Hi everyone, I'm Carolyn. I'm part of the church family here at Wood Green, and I'm joined by Amy, who is also part of the church family here. Amy is married to Rodri, and they have a little girl called Keris. Amy's parents, Chris and Sue, are also part of the church family, along with her brother, Ben. Amy, thank you so much for being willing to share with us today.
Thank you.
For those who don't know, why don't you start by telling us a little bit about what's been going on in your body over the last few months?
So from January this year, I became more and more ill. I was vomiting daily and was more and more tired. I lost 2 stone of weight and all my physical strength. It took a long time, but in April I finally got a cancer diagnosis. A week later, I heard how much it had spread everywhere. To my lungs, my bones, my spine, and my brain, and pretty much of everywhere else too. I had to spend three weeks in Birmingham Hospital with doctors trying to find a way to stop me vomiting. I had 3 months of a treatment called immunotherapy. But overall, I just became more ill and weaker. Eventually, the consultants decided to stop the treatment because it just wasn't working. At this point, the aim of the doctors really shifted. They stopped trying to cure me of cancer and instead they were trying to just control the symptoms and make me feel better for the short term. The other treatment has been working, but the effect will only be temporary. It can't cure anything. It took Marjorie and I a number of weeks to process this and get our heads around it. We had been thinking we had years ahead, but now we are realizing that I will probably die much sooner.
That is a lot to process, especially for someone your age, and you've obviously had to adjust the way you think about your life. What's helped you with that?
I think realizing two things. One, that for each of us our days are numbered, and that two, that is God who designs and plans everything, and He doesn't waste anything. God is using my suffering to shape us to be more like Jesus. Not just me, but all of my family and church family and my friends, and God is doing that well, and I trust Him.
That's really great to hear. Thanks to the temporary benefits of the medication that you've been taking recently, you've been able to get out and about and enjoy time with friends and family. I think it's fair to say at your lowest point, things were physically quite brutal. As you look back now on that time, what are some of the things that you think God was teaching you?
I became very aware of how much I need God for my physical strength and health. That was obvious, but even more importantly, it helped me appreciate how my spiritual need for God is even deeper. My cancer is not my biggest problem. My sin is. That's what separates me from God. Over the last few months, I've become more aware of this. Jesus bore the weight of my sin and the punishment that it deserves. How amazing it is to be healed from this sin. That's my biggest need. That spiritual healing is what's most important. At the end of time, when I stand before God, the important thing isn't whether my body's been healed of cancer, but whether my sin has been dealt with, and Jesus' blood testifies that it has been. That's amazing. God views me as righteous because of what Jesus has done, and that's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. Amy, many people are praying, have been praying, and are continuing to pray for God to work a miracle and heal you. And that's a good thing to pray. We know that He wants us to come to Him with our deepest desires. But He may choose not to do that. If that's the case and you die sooner rather than later, how can you be sure this really is the best plan for Rodri, for Keris, and for all your family and friends?
God made us and loves us more than we can possibly imagine. And if He decides this is the best path for me and Rodri and Keris, then it must be the best path. There just isn't another option. God either answers our prayers the way we want, or the way He knows best, and that is so much better.
Yeah, that's true. Last question, Amy, as we finish. As far as we can tell, you're staring death in the face, but you're not without hope. What is your certain hope for the future?
That my certain hope is that I'm absolutely sure that I will be with Jesus.
Yeah, and we're trusting him to get you there. As we close, one of the verses that you've shared with me over the last few months that's been really precious to you is Isaiah 41:10. So shall I read that now
Yes,
as we close?
please.
So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. So we'll be praying that you're very aware of that, and thank you so much for being willing to share with us.
Thank you.